Littleton's Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum was definitely a location that we loved visiting, and we had a lot of awesome activity going on there. So naturally, it's time to pay a visit back. Welcome to Mystery Travels Paranormal, where we visit locations that have unnatural events reported, and we try to find out the truth behind these events. My name is Carlos Miguel, and this time around I was accompanied by my good friend Avery Little. Hey guys, Carlos Miguel here, Mystery Travels Paranormal, back at the Littleton, North Carolina Museum with my partner in crime, Avery Little. And we're just doing another, this time a more formal investigation on the museum you have already seen on our channel. There is a lot of interesting things going on, so we'll see how it turns out. During this visit, we actually had an interview with museum owner Stephen Barcelo, who explained more about the history of the museum and how everything came to be regarding both Bigfoot and the paranormal events that occur in said museum and just in general the town of Littleton, North Carolina. Hello everyone, here in Mystery Travels we are back in Littleton, North Carolina at the Paranormal and Cryptozoology Museum with the museum owner Stephen Barcelo. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to have you guys back. Last time you were here, you got some really crazy activity. I was thrilled to see that. The door opening, the EVP that you guys picked up. So far today, you guys have gotten some pretty cool stuff too. We've had some pretty good activity here.
That's the thing. This museum is rich with history. I did talk about it in the last video, but I did want to hear from the actual owner. There's a lot of combination between Bigfoot sightings in the area and the actual paranormal activity in this museum. There's also like a dollhouse. How did those things, both of them, come together?
Well, basically, I was not coming down here to look for a haunted house or to run a museum. I've always had an interest in this, done some documentaries on the paranormal. Basically, we bought this house. It turns out we end up having all this paranormal activity. The contractors here are walking off the job. So hence there we started doing ghost tours. But then the Bigfoot sightings came in. So that's, so like I said, it wasn't intentional, but both those things are here. Now we are on a fall zone. So we have a kind of a rift in the earth here. Artesian wells all throughout. They used to gold mine in the area. There's a lot of semi-precious stones in this area too. We think that might be part of it. This house has an underground stream in the basement. We have a hidden room in the second floor. The house was spun in 1895. We don't even have an exact date for the house. We know 1850s it was here. So it's a crazy house. Like I said, this was not my plan. I was coming down here to semi-retire, not to run a museum and chase Bigfoot through the woods. But that's what's here. I'm a journalist by trade, so I mean I have an interest in this. They've kind of worked well off each other. Now we're getting a little more into some of the UFO sightings. As a matter of fact, I was just showing a gentleman about South Hill up the road from us. It's actually 1967 is when the UFO, but South Hill had a sighting where actually a UFO landed, left a burn mark in the road. There were multiple witnesses. State police were involved. So I mean, we're finding out more and more stuff. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on in this area, you know, and the surrounding areas around. And as you know, there's a huge interest in this. It's bringing a lot of people through. So it's been very beneficial to the town, and the town's been booming because of it.
Yeah, I've noticed that there's a lot of Bigfoot like posters around different stores in town as well. And you did mention that there's like a Bigfoot burger in this area as well. So that's actually very interesting to see how a small town just capitalizes on this and just moves forward. And it just helps out if it's, I mean, hey, if Bigfoot is here, or, you know, the actual species of it, it's good that it's doing something for its own town too.
Sure. And like I said, the Bigfoot Burger is actually one of the restaurants in town, Littleton Food and Spirits, and he was smart to do that, and he sells a ton of them. We have a couple of B&Bs that have paranormal rooms and Bigfoot rooms, and everyone's just kind of jumping on the bandwagon, which is great. I mean, it's used as a marketing ploy, but the stories are actually here. Go to my YouTube channel. You guys can put a link up. And but I mean, we have legit sightings. The best ones are people who weren't looking for Bigfoot. Like I said, Tiffany Merrill, block behind us, January the 8th, 2016, had a sighting. So horrified, pulls her daughter out of school, and moves away by week 2. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like as a journalist. These are not people coming in to look for Bigfoot. These are people that are horrified. But the stories have been around for well over 100 years. And you can see a lot of these interviews online. It would take me forever to go through them all, but that's how much data comes through. And that's why when I heard these stories, it's like, we got to take advantage of this. And we've had people literally say to me, we didn't have Bigfoot here till you came here. I said, old egg. I mean, just, I'm telling the stories. It's just, when people mention this, people just kind of bat their eyes and wander off. I'm interested in this. And now the people are willing to come through, and we're getting more and more people coming through. And then from old stories that are literally 70, 80 years old to fresh sightings. I mean, prints. I'm sorry to walk off camera. But
no worries. It's all good.
Yeah, like this is a relatively recent print we've got. I mean, so we're getting evidence along with it as far as, we follow up. I'll interview you. I go out there, and then we'll actually do an investigation. And then we'll go places that you're not even thinking to go. We're going off trail. We're looking for broken branches. Go out with an electric leaf blower, blow leaves back, looking for prints in the area, hair samples, whatever we can find. But it's been, like I said, this is not what I was planning on doing for retirement here. And but you never know where life's going to take you. But it's been beneficial for the town, and we're like I was telling you too, we're hoping to move the museum to a larger area now. Coming out of COVID, finally, we can start doing smaller versions of our paracons and festivals, and slowly build back up to the paracons we used to have, where we had 350, 450 people coming at a time. So hopefully get bigger than that.
Yes, regarding that, since you're thinking of moving the museum, everything, all the haunted artifacts will be moving. But you still believe that this house does have activity aside from that?
You know that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was here. We recorded a lot of evidence that just was amazing. Do you think you might be like doing ghost tours in this area or something like that?
Definitely be doing tours. We have other buildings like the Dollhouse that you mentioned. We'll be getting back in there. We'll get back in the Person's Ordinary. It's the old stagecoach stop right up the road here. And hopefully Lakeland Theater and other locations. This house is going to be a retirement house. I'll probably once in a blue moon do a very controlled ghost hunt with people I know and film it. But as far as bringing the public back through, I don't think we're going to be doing that. We did it a little bit at the beginning, and that's kind of a hazard. I mean, it's a big old house. I got dogs. We live here. It's just kind of not the easiest thing to do. The main reason I want to move is not because I want to pay a lot of rent and another electric bill, another water bill, more internet. We just need a bigger space. Right now, I mean, because of COVID, we're slow, but we brought a lot of people in before previous COVID. I mean, weekends, 100, 150 people a day was not unusual. And I think it's going to get even bigger now with all the media attention we've gotten. So we need to have the room for more and more people to come through.
Yeah, and there have been a lot of people coming in throughout today.
Yeah,
as well.
even today's been pretty busy.
What do you want to state to other people regarding all the paracons that are coming up, or, that you want to come up? And also people that just want to visit this museum, experience this, like, how long do they have until we move to a different location?
It's going to be a while before we move. In the process, the building hasn't even been bought yet. It has to be a roof put on. There's a lot of things. And we got to see if we can even get into that building. So this is kind of like this, we're speculating at this point. I wanted to move up to Main Street at some point, and the town's booming. I kind of missed the boat. So this is going to be a little bit farther down. It's going to still be in the town. It's a small town. But the building would work for us. And so I need to expand. We've outgrown this building. Even though this is a great haunted location, this is why it kind of started. I'm sure we'll do an investigation in the building once we have access to it and see if we pick up anything there. Hopefully we'll get some activity there. I mean, it seems like every other place in town's got activity, so it won't surprise me in the least. But if nothing else, then we can still tell stories and still do ghost hunts from there. People like we do now from here. We don't ghost hunt in this building. People follow us to the Dollhouse or one of the other locations, and we set up there and pass out meters. Now our ghost hunting is a little different. We actually give you meters. It's actually a real ghost hunting. Bring you in, tell you the stories, kind of do a walkthrough, and then kind of let you do your thing. We're there to watch it, keep an eye on things. Those are not happening now because of COVID. We'll hopefully start them soon. But we do a 2-hour, 4-hour, and overnighter. The overnighter is geared more towards the paranormal groups, but they've still been very popular. But once again, just like everything else in the world now, COVID's killed that too.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll die out. So we'll see soon.
And I think moving the museum is not it's not far. It's I wouldn't say walking distance, a little bit of a walk, but it's just up the road. It's going to be like 2.5 blocks from here.
Okay. Just
the other side of North Main. So.
That's perfect. That's awesome to know. And yeah, like myself and my companions, we've seen like every building here. Like once we've been driving in Littleton, like every building does look like there's some history behind it. So I doubt that anything is going to be like just a normal building. And again, like you have a lot of haunted artifacts here in general, so I can imagine those are gonna take more activity to the building itself. Sure. Are you expecting any more artifacts to join the collection?
Some things been promised to us, and literally I haven't been fishing for them because I don't have the room. I'm literally out. I mean, we're chock full, and like I said, I have an outbuilding full of stuff. I have more dolls that have been sent to us than you can imagine. So I really need to cut back on some of the stuff. But now if we get a bigger place, I can do that. I still want to be able to change things out and make it different. But you know, like I said, the place we're looking at has back storage. Even here, we're using bedrooms upstairs for to make shirts and do some of the other stuff here and store some of the the mugs and Bigfoot cookie cutters and things like that. And get all this out of the house, and then we can finish renovating the front of the house here. And then at that point, we can decide what else we want to do. We've been talking down the road, possibly like a haunted B&B too. I don't want to run it, so I would like manage it, but let someone else actually do the running of it. So.
Well, I thank you for your time. It's amazing. This place is definitely a place I had to come back because it was amazing. I had to bring an actual more equipment just to verify, because even the time when I came here with no expectations, I got a lot of stuff, and today has been very amazing as well. I'll put on the links as well in the description and down of the Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum channel. That way you can see all the videos, including videos of Meetup State Mountain Park, that they have a lot of activity, both paranormal and Bigfoot sightings as well. Like the recent...
I'll see if I can get it up.
Yeah, of course.
We've had some major issues with the computer today. A lot of
yeah, today even our camera has been not doing the best.
Should have probably helped this ahead of time. Well, look at this, actually came up. Let's see if it actually lets me zoom. Look at this. Here's something creepy we got. This is something we can actually see the eyes. This is done with a flare scope, which is right here, one of the flare scopes we use. So basically this is heat, this is energy. So for the eyes to be luminescing like that is crazy. So this doesn't generate light. So that means those eyes are that much hotter. One of the guys chased this thing in the woods, couldn't see anything but heard it. And this is what we actually captured. Didn't even know for a couple of days till we could actually zoom in and see what it is, which kind of creeped me out because it actually moved out from behind this tree and was looking back up the hill at me as I'm yelling down to Rich, who was down on the hill there. This is just one of many things that we've caught here. So, and this is down at Meetup Mountain State Park. Looks like a Confederate soldier to me.
Yep, with those eyes, it definitely makes you wonder. Like people say, the eyes are the window to the soul. Who knows if that's...
Yeah. That unnerved me when I saw that, man. And I've taken tons of photos of people and stuff. I've never seen eyes illuminate. I mean, it goes by body temperature. I mean, and if I had a picture of like you guys here, I'd be even if you had boots on and pants over, you could see where the boots stop because it's all thermal layers. It's how the heat's being transferred out. So this thing here, you can kind of see looks a little bit like a coat here. Some kind of like almost a bedroll here. The head's flat, like it's wearing a hat. Very strange. I mean, we were blown away once we zoomed in. I go, what the heck did we catch here? Because when you're looking through the little monocular, I mean, it's just this little tiny thing. I could see something humanoid, something bipedal move out. And to be honest with you, that night we thought we had something on the crypto end that we caught. Not till later we looked at it and said, no, that's paranormal. This will do.
No, definitely. That's something. That's why I want to go to that state park, because it's like, it looks Civil War era and...
Civil War graves there.
Exactly. So, yeah, and regarding that, you feel like that's a little bit not evil, but it had.
I can't say it was evil.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely something.
We had this for days until we finally got it back and we were able to put it on the laptop and zoom in and go, what the heck? That thing, but it was definitely intelligent. Because I'm yelling down the hill, this thing moves out and it actually looks back up at the hill at me. And then it backed off and it was gone. And we went down the next day, looked for prints, couldn't find anything besides ours. And so it was just very odd. Now, if it was flesh and blood or cryptic, we should have found something down there, and we found nothing. And for it to kind of like make this noise, and we couldn't see it with our own eyes, we could only see it with the scope, which was even stranger. So,
regarding everything that's here, do you think any of the energies here are either negative or just simply mischievous?
Here, I don't believe anything's negative. We know we have the spirit of a little boy that was shunned to the second and third floor. He's very playful, and but I think he's the most pesky one as far as he used to pull pictures off the wall, yank things. We've told him he can move through the house safely. Now it's my house, but he was here first. Just don't break anything, don't pester the dogs. And he seems to be attracted to other kids and women, I guess, looking for his mom or something.
Yeah, of course.
But we have other spirits in here, as you've seen, like the items like the clown, that the eyes move in the reflection. We've had other things captured here. So there's always going to be spirits to stay here in the house, but we'll definitely be moving some of these other items out to the new location as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, sir. And everybody that wants to go, Littleton, North Carolina, if you want to experience some strange things right in person here, definitely visit. There is a lot of stuff for everyone. Not only paranormal, cryptozoology as well. So come on over.